What's up, guys? General Fat Boy here, back for the third and final episode of this weekend's FUT Champions League gameplay. And here we start off against Ben Yedder and Benzema and Ben Arfa. And there Royce has a pretty decent shot saved by the goalkeeper. And here Aubameyang through once again. And Aubameyang just barely pushed that wide. I could have swore that was going to the top corner, but it wasn't meant to be. And here we have another chance. Aubameyang holding up the play, finds Royce. And Royce just drives that shot low, but his goalie makes a great save there, Butland. And this at halftime, the stats were pretty even. I had 4 shots, 3 on target. He had 3 and 2 on target. And not too long in the second half, he subbed in Griezmann, and Benzema makes it 1-0 to my opponent here in the 48th minute. And at this point, I'm starting to worry because I really want to push for elite. And at this point, it was not looking very likely. But Martial finds Aubameyang here, and Aubameyang's not able to put that away. He really should be doing a lot better than that. And that 1v1 miss ended up costing me here, as Griezmann's able to just slam that in near post. I don't know how De Gea gets beat at the near post there. He really should be doing a lot better for the 115k I believe I paid for him. But Aubameyang comes back up the field, makes it 2-1, giving me a chance to equalize in this game, possibly to win. But that was not meant to be, as I don't know what kind of goal this is. I see Boateng just took out Smalling, and my opponent's able to get the ball back, and Griezmann makes it 3-1 to him. And he's not done yet there. I make another tackle, goes to Benzema. Benzema finds Griezmann, or Ben Yedder, and Ben Yedder is able to make that 4-1. And guys, I actually want to talk about the new update that I talked about in yesterday's episode. I was saying that hopefully EA releases it by the start of the new weekend. And they actually did. They released it yesterday, January 18th, and I was able to play a few games of seasons, and I won all 3 of them. And I could say that the gameplay felt a lot better. I really like the improved latency feature, so you can see a more accurate internet connection. One of the games I played was extremely laggy though, so I don't know if I missed the latency and it was really bad and that was my fault or what. But the gameplay feels really crisp and smooth, but I play at nighttime. I play those 3 games at nighttime, and usually I play my FUT Champs games at night because that's when the gameplay feels better for me. So I don't know if that's the same reason why I felt great tonight, but I'm going to be playing tomorrow during the day, and I'll let you guys know how it feels. But it genuinely felt really good. The big thing I noticed in the update gameplay though is that defending is much more in the control of your hand. It seemed like your defenders didn't do as much as they did before, so it was really all up to you and your skills as a defender, which it should be like that. The AI should not be doing all the defense for you. That's just, it makes no sense, because how is this game supposed to be a skill-based game when the computers are defending for you and you just pretty much have to worry about attacking? And I also believe in the patch notes they said something about the defensive line when low tactic pressures are applied, something along those lines. So I think that means they're fixing park the bus and ultra defensive, and if that's what that means, this is going to be great for FUT Champs, because the amount of people I come up against who just park the bus because they see my team or my established date is ridiculous. The problem with park the bus is I understand that this is a feature in real life and teams legitimately do this, but there's just no way to counter it on FIFA. Once the opponent goes on park the bus, there's just nothing you can do. You can't go ultra attacking, because if you go ultra attacking, your opponent's going to catch you on the break. You go all out attack, he's for sure going to hit you on the break as your center backs push you up on all out attack. You play unbalanced, I mean, there's still a good chance you're going to get hit on the counter. So pretty much the only real thing you can do is park the bus yourself, but I personally find that parking the bus just ruins the game, and there's just no action in the game, and you're playing to not lose instead of playing to win, if that makes any sense. When people park the bus, they're really just hoping to not lose and hoping to take you to PKs or hit you on that one lucky counter. As opposed to when you're on balance or attacking, you're playing to win the game. You're playing to score goals, playing to outscore your opponent. And that's how I feel FIFA should be played. That's the funnest way to play for me. I know not all people will agree with that, but that's personally how I think FIFA should be played, and I think a lot of people would agree with me too. But it's really good that EA are finally deciding to take out park the bus, because park the bus was just such a nuisance to deal with. But anyway, here we jump into another game. I believe we're at our 20th win before this game, and Royce is able to just slot that past the goalkeeper after a brilliant over-the-top through ball, and he just places a volley into the bottom corner. And here Sanchez does brilliant to find Martial with the back heel. Martial just drives that to the bottom left corner. And we're not done yet. We're not done there yet. Aubameyang finds Sanchez here. Sanchez finds, I believe that's Martial. Pogba in the box here doing some brilliant feet work. Pogba just finds Aubameyang. Aubameyang tucks that into the bottom corner, making it 3-0. And I don't mean to do that celebration. I personally don't like that celebration. I don't like overdoing celebrations unless my opponent does something to me first. My opponent shushes me or does the "can you hear me?" I will do it to him back. And here, at halftime, we're up 4-0 against FUT Bros. And I believe we were well in control of this game. He had 6 shots, 0 on target, so he was never really threatening our goal. And here, Royce just tucks that into the bottom corner once again with the driven shot. And Royce is such a great player. I just feel after this weekend, I think I'm possibly going to change my team because I know I was raving about this team and how good they are. And the likes of Pogba, Boateng, Smalling, Walker, De Gea, they're brilliant, but I have a problem with Royce and Martial and occasionally Aubameyang because there's just some chances that they don't finish that they really should be finishing, and I feel like that's costing me games. So right now I'm looking to switch into a 4-1-2-1-2 for this next weekend. My plan is to have Griezmann, Bale as my 2 strikers, and inform Ben Yedder I can, along with Pogba, Conte, and Nzonzi in midfield. I'm also planning on having Bonucci, Alexandros, Chris Smalling, and Kyle Walker in defense. And in goal, I'm planning on having Federico Marchetti. You guys are probably listening to me say I plan on having Marchetti in goal and thinking to yourself, why would I do that? He's only an 82 rated keeper. But he has the long throw trait, and that's a big trait for me in goalkeepers. Because I find that keepers who don't have it, they often can cause you goals when you try and hit someone on the counter, when you're trying to throw it out with your goalie. If they don't have the long throw trait, they don't throw it long enough, and oftentimes the opponent will intercept the ball, head it straight back to one of his guys, and he has a pretty easy shot on goal. I conceded a lot of goals before I had De Gea for that reason, so I really don't want to deal with not having it once again. And Marchetti gives Bonucci the full cam that he'll require because he gets the 2. Because Keeling will get the strong lead to Alexandro and Marchetti, so everyone will be on full cam there, barring Bale, who will be on 7 cam as a striker. But that would be more than good enough for Bale. I mean, Bale is already good enough. So that 7 cam won't really affect him too much. And there, that game you saw there, I strongly believe that should have won. I got unlucky to not put away my chances. And here he has this guy has the informed Isco right forward. I personally wouldn't use that card, but maybe you throw a Hunter on him and he'd be a brilliant card because I loved Isco earlier in the year when I used him as a cam. And I can just only assume that his inform would be much better, especially when you throw a Hunter on him. His pace would be ridiculously high. His finishing would be great. He already has brilliant dribbling. He has brilliant passing. So I think that card could be something I'd test out in the future just to see how it is. Probably not a card I used in FUT Champions though. And here we win another game 2-1. And I don't know what happened, guys. We had an incredible start. I believe we started out 9-1 in the first episode. I think we went 16-2 or 17-3 in the second episode. And right here we're struggling. We're losing the game pretty much every other game. I just don't know what happened to me. I don't know if it's the quality of opponents I'm coming up against, if I started playing poorly, my team started playing poorly. I don't know what it was. I don't know how to explain it, but
beautiful hold-up play from Aubameyang.
I was doing the same thing over and over. I didn't really change anything, at least I don't think. But yeah, that once again that led me to wanting to change my team around, which I plan to do. I'll show you guys what I plan to do for the weekend when the weekly rewards come out. And they didn't come out today, even though they usually come out Wednesdays. Now, I don't have a problem with the fact that EA didn't release the weekly rewards today. The only problem I have is that EA leave us in the dark so many times. They never tell us what's going on. They don't inform us about their plans. For example, there's a big no loss glitch going around in FIFA right now. That's making sure the opponent doesn't get a loss and it disconnects you, and it gives them the win. I'm not exactly entirely sure how it works out, but I know it prevents them from getting a loss. It disconnects you from the servers giving you the loss. I don't know exactly if it gives them the win. But there, that PK. I don't know how De Gea didn't save that PK. That made me so frustrated. But anyway, there's a big no-loss glitch going around in the community right now. And I will never use that glitch. I think it's cheating. And I don't approve of cheating. I want to get my wins legitimately. I want to feel like I earned that. But EA haven't told us anything about this no-loss glitch. They don't tell us if they're going to fix it. I believe a lot of YouTubers were saying, I know AA9SKILLZ tweeted out that EA should postpone the weekend league until they have the no loss glitch fixed. And if not, fix that glitch before the weekend league, because he was saying that that's going to take away so many rewards from the people who deserve it. And I fully agree with him, but EA, once again, they're not telling us anything. They're not telling us if they're working on the glitch, if they're going to postpone the weekend league until the glitch is fixed. But EA are a really hit and miss company. Either they get things either so right or so wrong. And this is one of the things that gets so wrong. They constantly leave the consumers, us, the players, in the dark. They never let us, I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted here. They never let us know what's going on with their game. They don't tell us what they're going to fix and what they plan to do with the game. And that's just super annoying. But one thing they've done brilliant is controlling the market with SPCs. They've done FUT Champs brilliantly. And there's just a lot of things they do brilliantly, but just a lot of things they don't. And that really frustrates me, how they're either hit or miss. I think they need to find a balance between both of them. They need for such a big company such as EA, they really need to do a better job of finding that balance between good and bad. But I don't know, that goal is really scrappy. I don't think I felt like he did not deserve that. But as I say that, we come back up the pitch here, and we get a scrappy goal ourselves with Conte. Here Martial takes the shot. It falls to Conte. Conte is able to just slide that in, making it 1-1. And at this point, I think I have 22 wins, 23 wins, and the dream of Elite 3 is still alive. I've never hit Elite 3, and I really, really wanted to hit Elite 1, especially after the start that we had. But right now, we're just fighting for Elite 3, and here Royce finds Pogba. Pogba tucks that into the back of the net to make it 3-1, sealing the game for us. And our opponent had enough there. He decided to rage quit in the 83rd minute. I don't see why you would rage quit in the 83rd minute. All it does is bring down your DNF. So, I mean, if you're in a game, just stick it through. Because in the end, if you back out, you're just hurting yourself because you're earning less coins. But here, Royce finds Aubameyang. And Aubameyang just tucks that into the bottom corner. And here, this guy actually thought it was AA9SKILLZ for a reason. Or for a couple of seconds. Because I saw the skill to be in pop up, and that's Skill's name on his main account, I believe. And he also had Unlucky, which is something he says a lot in his vlogs and his main channel. But then as the team loaded up, I realized that AA9SKILLZ did not watch that, because I follow AA9SKILLZ almost religiously. I watch every one of his videos. I think he's a quality YouTuber. He knows what he's talking about. He's a humble guy. And I want to strive to be like him, not to be exactly like him, but I want to learn from him. And here I beat him 2-1. And he sent me a message saying cunt, because I guess he didn't feel like he deserved the loss. But people like him, I don't see why they send a message like that. They're just giving themselves a bad name. And if you're going to name yourself after a big YouTuber like AA9SKILLZ, at least act like AA9SKILLZ would act. I know Skills would never send a message like that. He is such a humble guy. If he loses, and he deserves to lose, he'll admit that. And he doesn't believe he's a good FIFA player, and I understand that. I know a lot of people get mad at him when he says that he doesn't feel like he's a good player, but if you think about it from his terms, he just constantly wants to hit a new goal that he sets for himself, and when he doesn't hit that, he feels disappointed. And it'd be like any of us setting a goal to do something and we don't meet that goal. You feel disappointed in yourself, like you could have done better. So I understand where he's coming from, but at the moment, I really thought I was playing him, and I got really excited because I accepted the game even though I knew I would get smashed by Skills. But I saw it as a great chance to learn and become a better player, but it turns out it wasn't Skills in the end, and I was able to come away with the win. And here we lose yet another game. Raheem Sterling makes it 3-2 in the 90th minute, but it was too little too late. And we were not able to come back here against Bang Bros, and deservedly so. I only had 3 shots, 2 on target. I believe he had 11 and 8. So he beat me deservedly. I won't cover it up and say I deserve to win that by any means. But here, this game, I believe, this game was... Oh, no, not this game. There was another game with Robin who just ran straight off kickoff and scored, and it was super frustrating. But here, after Royce does brilliant with that little... I don't know what that skill move is called. I still refer to it as a new skill move because they added that new skill in FIFA 15. And I still call it a new skill move even though I shouldn't. It's 2 years old. But here, Aubameyang makes it 2-0 to us. And after that, our opponent decides he had enough and he backs out of the game. And I believe that is our 24th win, 25th win. That's our 25th win. We make it a gold one with 4. And we have 4 more wins to get to Elite 1. I believe we had 7 games or something like that. So I really... Oh, here's the goal I was talking about here. Robin just goes straight off kickoff and just smashes that into the goal. And I was super frustrated by that. But here we come on the attack, and Royce with a brilliant finessing to the top right corner equalizes, make it 1-1. And here, Aubameyang finds Martial. Martial finds Aubameyang. And Aubameyang's through on goal here. And Aubameyang just... he's not able to put that away. And Foreman pulls off a brilliant save. But here, we go 2-1 up with Pogba. We get a little bit lucky there. The rebound falls to Aubameyang, and he's able to pull off a scissor-type kick into the back of the net. But here, my opponent got extremely lucky with the rebounds. The bounce is going his way, and he makes it 2-2. And he was not done there yet. He comes up into our attacking third, and he finds Aubameyang there. And Aubameyang just smashes that into the bottom right corner. And I felt a little hard done. I made a tackle, almost straight back to him. And here, Boateng just sends in a looping header over De Gea, and De Gea is not in the correct position to make the save. And that was super annoying. De Gea should have better positioning than that. And here, Aubameyang does brilliant, finds the bottom right corner with a finesse shot. But once again, too little, too late, and we lose 4-3. So many games I lost narrowly. If I could have just taken more chances, defended a little bit better, then I could have hit my goal of Elite 3, possibly Elite 2. And here he has a attribute card on Martial. I don't know what that is. It could be all attributes, pace, shot. It could be anything really. But here, Renato Sanchez is able to find the bottom corner, making it 1-0 to us. And we're not done there yet. Martial comes back. Martial finds Pogba, who finds Aubameyang, and Aubameyang is able to tuck that into the bottom corner, making it 2-0 to us. And still, we apply the pressure here. Aubameyang smashes that into the top left corner. And after this, our opponent decided he had enough, and he's out. He rage quits the game. 3-0 there against the real Bushy, the greatest, as his teammate is called. He had a one-shot, one on target, and it was only the 19th minute. And here we're on 26 wins. We have 3 games left, and we need those 3 wins to hit Elite 3 for the first time ever in my FUT Champs career. And here, this game is such a heartbreaking game. He had Martial, Rashford, and Mkhitaryan. And here, how does Conte hit that? Conte nails the crossbar, and the ball just falls straight to Mkhitaryan, who's there to tap it in to make it 1-0. And after that, I was in control of the game. Pogba here misses a brilliant chance. Usually Pogba buries those chances for fun, but he just couldn't do it that time. And here, Royce, once again, Royce always finishes those for me, but he just completely shanked that wide. And Renato Sanchez here, he's through on goal, and his defender makes a brilliant last-ditch tackle to prevent the goal from going in. And here, Ben Arfa, the super sub, finds Raheem Sterling. Ben Arfa finds Rashford. At this point, I thought that was for sure going in, but Rashford's not able to tuck that in. And there we lose 1-0, ending the dream of Elite 3. And after that, I was heartbroken. I really didn't feel like playing anymore. And you'll see by this game, that first goal got me so frustrated. Conte makes the tackle, and it falls back to Aguero. See, if you look here, Conte makes the tackle, and it almost looked like he threw balls it to Aguero. And Aguero, once again, threw on goal here. Somehow manages to chip it over my goalie from that position. I don't understand that. And once again, just like early in the episode, De Gea guesses the right way. The penalty still goes in either way. And the game actually ended 8-2 to my opponent. So I got smashed. I was heartbroken from the last game. And I don't know what happened there. But here, I decided to play my last game, try to get my monthly rewards for Elite. And there he has the red Defoe, the red Balassi, and Martial. And he starts the game off by going 1-0 up from Jermaine Defoe and does the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration there. But I was determined to get this win after being humiliated in the last game. Here Martial finds Marco Reus, and Marco Reus just tucks into the bottom corner. I don't understand why Reus could not do that in the last game. It would have made the difference for us if he could have put that away. And here Aubameyang finds Martial. Martial finds Royce once again, and Royce just hammers that into the bottom corner. See, that's what I meant. Royce just finishes consistently for me, but that last game, he just could not do it. And here, our opponent equalizes and make it 2-2 with, I believe that's Zaha. Oh, it was actually the red Zaha, excuse me, not the red Balassi. And here, Conte's through on goal. Conte smashes that into the bottom corner, making it 3-2 to us in the 82nd minute. And that's how the game ended. So, guys, after an amazing start, we were only able to scrape together 27 wins. And that is just not good enough, in my opinion, after the start we had. But we'll be back next weekend, and I promise I'll try to get better than 27 wins. But until then, I'll see you next time, and I'm out.